Good evening. So, our new topic for today's class is number system. Okay, to solve the number systems question, we have to use some basic formulas. So here, some questions are based on the number system, like odd number, even numbers, prime numbers, composite number. So, so we have to see almost 20 questions in this class, especially which are going to the most important question in our exam, or we can say that in our exam point of exam, our exam point of views. So let's start. Okay, before we solve the directly examples or question, let us revise some basic things which is related to the number system. Okay, the first thing is, what is natural numbers? So basically the numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on to the infinite, these numbers are called natural number. Similarly, the whole number, it means from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on to the infinite are the whole numbers. Like now, what is the composite number? Composite number, in Hindi it's called bhajya number. So basically the number that have more than two factors, like 4, 6, 8, 9, similarly 10. So what is the factors are of 6? So we have the 1, 2, 3 and 6. These are the factors of 6. That means those number which have the more than two factors, that is called composite number, right? So basic thing is, all those number which have the more than two factors, those numbers called composite number or bhajya sankhya. So in this case, for example, 6 has the more than two factors, 1, 2, 3 and 6. These are the factors of 6. Similarly, prime numbers. So prime numbers are those number which is divisible only by itself. That is called prime numbers. Like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. These all numbers called prime numbers because these are the divisible only by itself. That means it's all called prime numbers. So the 1 and 2 are also the prime numbers, right? So what is the 0, which is composite number or prime numbers? Suppose this is the question, 0 is prime number or composite number? Anyone? 0 is composite number or prime number? So basically 0 is the composite number, right? Sorry, 0 is neither composite number nor prime number. So we cannot say the 0 is composite number or prime number. Basically it's neither composite number nor prime number. Similarly, 1 is prime number because 1 has less than two factors. 1 has less than two factors. Similarly, 2 has also less than two factors, that is 1 or 2. Because the composite number are those number which has more than two factors. So 2 has only two factors. That's why 2 is also a prime number, not a composite number. So remember these three numbers. Generally it's keep asking in the exams, like what is the number. 0 is called prime number or composite number. Similarly, about 1 and 2 also asked in the exams. So 0 is neither composite nor prime. 1 is prime number, 2 is also prime number because these two number has less than or equals to two factors. So all those number which has more than two factors, that are called composite number. And if any number have equals or we can say that the two or less than two factors, that are called prime numbers, right? Which has more than two factors. Now, what is odd number and even number? So similarly, the odd numbers is a numbers which is not divisible by 2. We can say that which is not divisible by 2. For example, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Similarly, even number are those number which is divisible by 2. And generate a remainder of 0. Generate a remainder of 0. जिसका रिमाइंडर जो है 0 होगा वही इवन नंबर हो सकता है. बेसिकली वो डिविजिबल होगा 2 से, लेकिन उसका रिमाइंडर ऑलवेज 0 होगा. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं कि सिर्फ 2 से डिवाइड हो जाए तो वो इवन नंबर हो जाए. बेसिकली उसको किसी भी हाल में 0 रिमाइंडर होना चाहिए डिवाइड करने के बाद में. ठीक है. सो विच इज डिविजिबल बाय 2 एंड जनरेट अ रिमाइंडर ऑफ 0. एंड ऑड नंबर्स आर विच आर नॉट डिविजिबल बाय 2. So even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Now these are the basic things which can be used to solve the examples or question related to the number system. Now let's move to the examples. The first question is type 1. Find the sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers. Find the sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers. So basically, to find out the sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers, we have to use some basic formulas. And now in this case, we have a formula like 1 divided by 2 into n plus n1. This is the formula. Just put down the values in this formula and you can get the answer. Now 1 divided by 2, what is the n? Basically n is the maximum number or highest number, greatest number in this group of numbers. So 1 to 100, the 100 is the highest number, that is n. So 100 into 100 plus 1. Now 1 divided by 2, 100 into 100 and 1, 101. So 1 divided by 2, what is 100 into 100? That means 10,100. 10,100. Okay, just half the 10,100, that means 50-50. 5,050 is the half of 10,100. So answer is 50 and 50. 5,050 is the answer. Now we can say that the sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers is 50-50. 5,050 is the total sum of 1 to 100 natural numbers. It means natural numbers, that means from 1 to 100. Correct? Any doubt? We have to use the, or we can say that we have to remember this formula 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1 to solve the problem. Clear na? Now the next question is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on to the 60. Again, we have to use the previous formula, that is 1 divided by n into n plus 1. And just put down the numbers. So in this case, n is 60. The highest number is 60. Now 1 divided by 2 into 60 into 60 plus 1, that is 61. Now you can cancel out 2 1 ja and 3 ja. That means 30 into 61, 30 or 61 into 30. So 36 ja is 180 na, 180. So 180 and 3, that means 183 and 0. So 1830 is the answer, or we can say the sum of 1 to 60 natural numbers, right? Correct. 1830 is the answer. Let's do another example like that. 51 plus 52 plus 53 plus to the 100. Now in this case, you can figure out the numbers start from 51, right? So you have to subtract the number before the 51, and now that's why you can use the formula, or we can say that you have to modify the formula like this: 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1, now minus 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. The formula are the same. Basically you just minus or we can say that the subtract the number before the 50, before the sum of all the natural number before the 50 or 51. Now in this case we have to put down the number. N is 100. Now in first case n is 100, n multiply 100 plus 1, that is 101. Now 1 divided by 2, what is 100, what is n? N is 50, like correct, 50, and 50 plus 1, that is 51. Now just solve the equation and you get the answer. Yes, basically the first number is 51 and the highest number is 100. So in the series we have to subtract the before the 51, that is 50 is the highest number. Now in this case 1 divided by 2, what is 100 and 100 01, that is 100 and 100. Now minus 50 into 51. So 51 ja, or we can say that 51 ja, that 50 50 250 and 2550. 1 divided by 2, 10,000 minus 25,050, that will be 75 and 50. Now again half the 75 and 50, that is 37 and 75. So answer is 3775. 3775 is the answer. Okay, 3975. No, it will be 3775. Now the next one is find the sum of first 55 natural numbers. So what is the first 45 natural numbers? Basically the first 45 natural numbers, that means 1 plus 2 plus 3 like that, and to the 45, right? So basically find, if the question tell us find the sum of first 45 numbers, that means 1 to 45, right? Just use the formula 1 divided by 10 and n plus 1, and you get the answer of this series or series of natural numbers. Correct? You can say that n is 45 and n plus 1, that means 46. Now you can cancel 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja, and 3 ja. So just multiply the 45 into 23. So 23 5 ja, 115. Correct. 115, 11, and 24 ja 92 and 11. So 92 and 11, 103. So answer is 1035 is the correct. Okay. 1035 is the sum of 1 to 45 natural numbers, or we can say that the first 45 natural numbers, sum of first 45 natural numbers are 1035. Now next one is 36. Okay, let's zoom it. 36, 42, 48, 90 and 96 is equals to. So basically this is also a series of number. Just we have to convert the basic series of natural numbers. For example, you can write that you can take the common of 6 from these numbers, and just 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 and 15 and 16 6 are 96. So you can say that the series is 6 plus 7 plus 9 plus and to the 16, right? Because the 6 6 are 36, 6 7 are 42, and 6 8 are 48, and this series is like 36 42 48 and 90 and 96. So you can just put out the common of these numbers, that is 6. Now in this case, just put apply the formula like 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. So 6, 1 divided by 2, what is n? In this case, 16 is the n, and n plus 1, that is 17. So 2 1 ja, n 8 ja. Now 6 into 8 into 17. Yes, there is not a plus or minus sign, but basically this is the series of number. That means the series of numbers, that means it is the plus series of number or natural numbers. Sometimes you have to crack the basic series of natural numbers or any type of series of numbers to solve the problem. Now, what is the value of the series or sum of the series? Just multiply 6 into 8, that means 48 into 17. Now 48 into 17, 17 8 ja, that means 136. 136 6, so 136, that means 3, and 17 4 ja, that means 68 in 13, so 81. Now 816 is the first section. Now the second section is just minus the remaining number or before the 36. So before the 36, that means series is 6 1 plus 2 and plus to the 5, that is 30. So basically the just 36 just before the 36 it will be 30, and similarly 24 and 18, like that. So we have to crack out the basically the series of number or before the 30, the series of before 36, that is 30. So 6 1 ja, 6 2 ja, like 6 5 ja, that means 30. Now in this case, just again use the formula 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. Now in this case, n is 5 and n plus 1, that means 6. Now 6 into 6, that means 36, and 5, that means 90. Okay, it's 1 divided by 2 na, so 2 1 ja and 3 ja, that will be 30, and 3 ja 15 6 ja. Okay, so 90. So now in this case, we have to minus the 90 from 116 minus 90. So answer will be 726. Always we have to minus the remaining portion of the series to find out the correct answer, or you can say that the to find out the sum of this series or series of natural numbers. So this is the first portion of the question. 116 as 816 is the first portion, or you can say that the final portion. Now the remaining is the 6 to the 30 series, that means 1 divided by 2 into 5 into 6. So just multiply these numbers, and what will get the 90. So just minus the 90 from the total number of 816. Now the final answer is the 726. So 726. Is it clear or any kind of doubt? Clear, na? Okay. The next one is find the sum of even numbers between 1 to 100. Find the sum of even number between 1 to 100. Now, if you want to find out the basically even sum of even number between any number, so we have to use the another formula, that is n divided by 2. into n divided by 2 plus 1. So this is the second formula. Okay, let me explain. Okay, we have the series of 36, 42, 48 to the 90 and 96. That means this is the series of basically the table of 6, or we can say that the factor of 6. Right now, you already know that this is the second phase of the, or we can say that the second portion of the series. We have already have the remaining portion that will be from 6 to 30, like, which is not available in the series. So we have to crack out the what is the basic series of the numbers or natural numbers. Just use the formula, that is 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. Now in this case, the second the given series is 36, 42, 48. That is the table of 6. So we have to put down, or we have to put out the common 6. Then we have the series 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on to the 16. Now just put the formula 6 into 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. Now n is 16 and n plus 1 is the 17. Just multiply these numbers and we get the answer, or we can say that the value of this series from 36 to the 96, that is the 8, 1, 16. Now we have already the remaining portion, which is start from 6 to the 30. Now it means this is the again the table of 6, which is started from the 6 to the 30. Now that's why you can put out the common 6, and we have the series 1 to the 5, which can be 6 into 5 is equals to 30, which is the highest number from this portion from 6 to 30. Now in this case, again you have to use the same formula, that is 6 into 1 divided by 2 and n plus 1. So n is 5 in this case. So 6 into 1 divided by 2 multiply 5, and n plus 1 is the 5 plus 1, that is 6. Now again just multiply this number. First of all, cancel out the 2 and 6, that is 3. So 5 3 is 15 and multiply 6. So 15 6 is 90. Now just minus 8 6 1 6 minus 90, and you get the final answer 726. Basically this is also similar to this example, like that. The both are the same example, or we can say that the both are the same question. You can also write this question or solve this question like that: 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1, n minus 1 divided by 2 n into n plus 1. Now what is the series? So basically this is the second portion, which is 6 into 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus and so on 15 and 16, right? The second portion is the 6 1 plus 2 plus 3 like to the 5. Now similarly 6 into just 16 into 17, 1 divided by 2, no? 1 divided by 2 is also there. So minus 6 into 1 divided by 2, n is the 5 and 6. Just solve and you get the final answer 726, like, because this will be 816 and this will be 90. So answer is 726. Now I hope it is clear. Okay, let's move on the next question. That is, find the sum of even numbers between 1 to 100. Now in this type of question, if you find out the sum of even numbers, that means you have to use the formula, which is n divided by 2 into n divided by 2 plus 1, right? So now in this case, what is n? So n is always the highest number. So in this case, the highest number is 100. Now 100 divided by 2 into 100 divided by 2 plus 1. Now this is 50 and this one is 50 plus 1, that will be 51. Now just multiply the 51 into 50, that will be the answer of the question. That is basically the sum of even numbers between 1 to 100. Now in this case, we do not have to use the minus portion, because this is the even number, which will be which is the plus 2 numbers. So that's why you don't need to minus the remaining portion, any of number, because it is already started from the 1 to the 100. Now in this case, just multiply the 50 and 51. What is the answer? 5 fifths are 25 and 50. So that means 25 into 50 is the answer. Correct, na? Any doubt? You just remember the formulas where it is, whether it is used to the find out the even numbers or it is used to the natural numbers. So don't be confused in the formulas. If you do the mistake to choose the formula, then the answer will be wrong. Now the next one is find the sum of even numbers between 51 to the 100. Now this is started from the 51. That's why you have to use the formula in repeated portion. Now like this: n divided by 2 into n divided by 2 plus 1. Now the second portion is again n divided by 2, n divided by 2 plus 1. Clear? Now this is the first portion and this one is the second portion. So first portion, that means the given number series. So that is the 51 to the 100. It means 100 is the highest number divided by 2 and 100 is the n, that is divided by 2 plus 1. Now the second portion is the remaining, or we can say that the started from 1 to 50. That means the 50 is the highest number. 50 is the highest number divided by 2. Now 50 divided by 2 plus 1. Just solve the question, or you can just multiply this number and you will get the answer. Now 100 divided by 2, that means 50 into again 51 and minus 25 into 25 plus 1, that means 26. Now 25 50 minus 25 25, okay, it is 650. Just minus 650 from the 2550, that will be the answer. That is 1900. So basically the 1900 is the sum of even numbers between 51 to the 100. Because the format of question, Harichandan, basically this is not the series of number 1 to 100. This is the even numbers, and even numbers, that means we have to just you can say that the 3 5 7 like that, or you can say that the 2 4 and 6, these are the even numbers, suppose. ठीक है? So in this case हमें हर स्टेप में एक नंबर तो छोड़ना पड़ रहा है, और इसके पहले क्या कर रहे थे हम? सीरीज ऑफ द नंबर विच आर द 1 2 3 and 4. So this is the different series and this one is the different series. So that's why you have to use the another formula to find out the series of, or we can say that the sum of even numbers, or we can say that the sum of odd numbers. So basically number systems are based on the formula. You just have to follow the formula and then you will get the correct answer. There is no hard multiplication, division, or any kind of calculation. This is basically based on the formula. Now the second one is it's a given number is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 the 30. Right? This is basically the even numbers, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on. Now again you just use the formula of to find out the even numbers or sum of even numbers, that is n divided by 2 and n divided by 2 plus 1. Clear? 30 is the highest number, that is n. 30 divided by 2 plus 1, that means 15 into 16. What is 15 into 16? That means 16 fifths is 80, na? So 0 and 16 1 okay, 24. So 240 is the answer. Correct, 240 is the correct answer. Now the next one is the find the sum of first 20 consecutive even numbers. Now again you have to use the another formula to find out the first 20 consecutive even number. Now in this question the term used in this question is consecutive number, लगातार even numbers. Now there is, if there is the consecutive even number, so then you have to use the formula that is n plus 1. So third formula is n into n plus 1. Basically it is used to find out the any first or first 20 consecutive even number, first 50 consecutive even numbers, like that. So in this case we have to find out the first 20 consecutive even numbers to using this formula. Now just put down the n value of n, that is the 20. How many consecutive numbers to find out, how many consecutive number to find. Now in this case the 20 is the consecutive even numbers which is which have to find out. That means n is the 20. Now n plus 1, that is the 21. Just multiply these both numbers and you get the answer. 20 20 20 21 ja, that means 0 or 22 ja just 42. So 420. Okay, 420 is the answer. Now suppose the next question is, this is the type 3, find the sum of odd numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, the previous question is the basically the even numbers between 1 to 100. Now this time we have the sum of odd numbers between 1 to 100. Now in this case to find out the even numbers between 1 to 100, we had used the n divided by 2, n divided by 2 plus 1. This was the formula to find out the even numbers between 1 to 100 or 1 to 15 or 1 to anything. Correct. Now in this case we have the odd numbers to find out between the 1 to 100. So that's why now in this case we have used the another formula, and that is 1 n plus 1 divided by 2 n whole square. So this is the fourth formula. It is used to find out the odd numbers between 1 to any number. Now in this case we cannot just put the 100 as an n, or we can say that you cannot use 100 in the place of n, because 100 it is not a odd number. Basically 100 is a even number. So we have to consider what is the highest, or we can say that the last odd number is. So what is the last odd number between 1 to 100? Okay, tell me, what is the last odd number between 1 to 100? Just tell me the answer. What is the last odd number between 1 to 100? Correct. So 99 is the highest odd number between 1 to 100. So in this case we just put down the 99 as a n. So in this case n is the 99, not 100. Just remember this portion in this question. Now just put down the 99 plus 1 and whole divided by 2 and whole square. So 100 divided by 2 whole square and 50 square is the answer. That means what is 50 square? 4500. $45 होता है ना कि 25 होगा? Okay, 2500. Sorry, 2500. 2500. That means 2500 is the square of 50. Correct. So the one question arises in this case, why we use the two different formula to find out the odd and even cases? Because there is the 100 is itself a even numbers. That's why we already use the formula n divided by 2 into n divided by 2 plus 1. Now in this case, the basically 100 is not a odd number. Basically that is the even number. So the last odd number from 1 to 100, that is 99. That's why you have to use another formula, that is n plus 1 divided by 2 and whole square. Now the second one is similar kind of question. Find the sum of consecutive odd number between 1 to 69. So in this case, the sum of consecutive odd number between 1 to 69. Now, the 69 is a odd number itself. That's why you have used n is equals to 69, right? Because 69 is also a odd number. So that's why you use the n plus 1 and whole divided by 2 whole square. Now in this case, 69 plus 1 divided by 2 and whole square, that means 70 divided by 2 whole square equals to 35 square. So what is 35 square? 1225. Now the another one is, we have already done a question like this, which is find the sum of first 20 consecutive even number. Suppose the question change as a sum, find the sum of first 20 consecutive odd number, right? Suppose the question is changed like find the sum of first 20 consecutive odd numbers. Then what the formula we have to use is, now suppose the question is here, find the sum of first 20 consecutive odd numbers. So to find out the first 20 consecutive odd numbers, we have to use a formula that is just a simple formula, and that is n square. Just use the n square and you get the answer, first 20 consecutive odd numbers. In previous question, which is even numbers, that will be that is used as a n plus 1 in n plus 1 into n, correct, for even number. Now for odd number, we have to use the just n square. So in this case, 20 square is the answer. What is the 20 square? 400. So basically this is the simple formula to get the answer, or we can say that to get the sum of first 20 consecutive number, first 50 consecutive number, first 10 consecutive number, just square, or you get just square the any number or any consecutive number, 10, 20, 35, any. Now let's move on to the square of any sum of square of numbers between any numbers like 1 to 100, 1 to 50. Suppose this is the question, and this is called type 4 question. Type 4. Find the sum of squares. Now in this case, there is the square value of, or we can say that the sum of any square numbers between 1 to 100, 1 to 100, or we can say that 1 to 10. It is same. You can also find out the 1 to 100, 1 to 50, 1 to 1000, any number. Now in this case, we have to use a formula 1 divided by 6. Now this is the first time you can use the 1 divided by 6, 1 divided by 6 instead of 1 divided by 2. Now 1 divided by 6 n plus 1 and 2n plus 1. So what is formula? 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Now just put down the value of n. Now in this case, what is n? N is the basically highest number, which is 10. So just 1 divided by 6 into 10 into 10 into 1, that will be 11, and into 2n. 2n, that means 2 into 10, that is 20, plus 1, it is 21. Correct? So 2 3 ja and 2 5 ja Okay, 3 1 ja or 7 ja. So just multiply 55 into 11 into 7. 55 into 7. So 7 5 ja 35, 5 and 3, 35 and 38. So 385 is the answer. So this is the basically a formula to find out the sum of square numbers. Now suppose we have a number of a series of numbers like 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus to the 20 square, like that. Now in this case again we have to use the same formula, like 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, and just put down the value of n. So what is n? N is the 20. Now 1 divided by 6 into 20 into 21 plus 20 plus 1, that is 21. And now just multiply 2 into 20, that is 40, plus 1, 41. So 20 into 21, 1 divided by 6 into 420 into 41. Now 6 1 ja and 7 ja, that means 70. So 41 into 70. Now just multiply the 41 into 70 and you will get the answer. So it is 2870. Correct, 2870 is the correct answer. Now let's move the another question, which is 11 square plus 12 square plus 13 square and so on to the 20 square. Now in this case we have a two portion of the series, that is it started from the 11 but we have already a series 1 to 10. Correct. Now in this case we had to just use the formula like 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. Similarly, minus 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 2n plus 1. Now in the first portion of the formula we just put down the n is equals to 20. Now 1 divided by 6 into n is equals to 20. So 21 into again 41. 1 divided by 6, what is n? Basically n is the 10. The maximum number or highest number is the 10. So that's why n is 10. N plus 1, that means 11. And 2n, that is 20 plus 1, that means 21. Now just solve the question. Basically this is the this is from previous question, that will be 28 and 70 minus 1 divided by 6 into 10 into 11 into 21. 3 ja and 5 ja, that means 55 into 21. Okay, 1 ja and 7, that is also the 55 into that is also used in the previous question, any previous question, that is 385. Now 2870 minus 385, that will be 2 and 4 8. Okay, 5. So 2485 is the correct answer. Okay, now the last type of the question is type 5. Suppose the square of any even number or odd number, like that 2 square plus 4 square plus 6 square plus 8 square and to the 20 square. This is basically the series of square value of even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. Now in this case again we have to use the similar kind of formula, but there is a minor modification of the formula. Suppose 1 divided by 6 into n into n plus 1. Now in this case in previous formula we have used the 2n plus 1. Now in this case we have used just n plus 2 because this is the even or odd number formula. That's why just plus 2, because in between two even number or odd number there is a difference of 2. If there is 2 and 4, there is the difference of 2. Similar 3 and 5, there is the difference of 2. That's why we have used the n plus 2. whether it is even number or odd number, we can use the same kind of formula, or we can say that the same formula to find out the sum of these square value of numbers or a series of square numbers. Now just put down the value of n. What is the n? N is the 20. Now 1 divided by 6 into 20. 20 plus 1, that is 21. Now 20 plus 2, that is 22. Just multiply 10 into 7 into 22, or we can say that 22 into 77. So 0 and 4 and 15. So answer is 1540. Okay, one another example based on the even numbers, that is 12 square plus 14 square plus 16 square to the 20. Now in this question, we have used the formula 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. Now again minus 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 and n plus 2, because we have the series started from the 12, so we have to subtract the remaining portion of the series. That means we have used the given series, that is the n is equals to 20. So 20 into 21 into 22. Now 1 divided by 6 into n. What is the n? So in this case, the series is started from the 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. Now the 10 is the highest number. So that's why n is 10 into n plus 1 is 11 and n plus 2, that means 12. Clear? So this is the 1540 and minus 3 1 and 4 ja, that means 55 into 4. So it will be 0 and 22, so 220. So 1540 minus 220, it will be 1320. Now the answer is 1320 is the final answer. Clear na? 1540 minus 20, 220. Okay, 1320, correct. Now the last question is 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square to the 19 square. Basically this is the square value of odd numbers, and we have to use just the same formula to find out the summation of this square value of odd numbers. Now again we have to use the 1 divided by 6 n into n plus 1 into n plus 2, correct? Just put down the value of n. In this case, the highest odd number in this series, that is 19. So that's why 1 divided by 6, what is n? 19, and 19 plus 1, that is 20, and similarly 19 plus 2 is equals to 21. Clear? So 19 into 70. What is 19 into 70? 19 0 and 19 7 ja 133. 133. So 1330 is the final answer. So you can say that basically these are all about the formulas we can use in the different kind of question, whether it is even number, odd number, it is a square value series, or you can say that it's whether it is the natural number or whole number. Just crack the basically series of the numbers given in the question and just put down the formula, or we can say that they use the basically correct formula to find out the correct answer, right? So just remember these all formulas and you can use in this type of question and you can find out the correct answer. Okay, so that's it for today. In next class we will discuss about the age based problem, right? So that's it for today.